We've had a fantastic season in the Formula Regional Middle East Championship 2023, but now we come to the last 3 races of the year on the Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi, and race 1 is under the floodlights.
各位观众，大家好，欢迎来到我们的直播现场。即将进行的是国际汽联中东区域方程式锦标赛最后一站第1回合的正赛了。现在我们所在的位置是雅思码头赛道。So Jake, now we are entering the dark evening, and I know all the drivers love this condition. Tell us why.
It's a unique challenge. It's going to be the only night race of the year, and it's on a circuit that the drivers love. So the teams and the competitors out there will want to be trying a more aggressive approach, maybe an interesting strategy in terms of tyres. It has all the makings of being potentially the race of the year.
刚刚我问到 Jake 呢，这场夜战为什么会很有趣呢？他也提到呢，许多的车手和车队都会采取更加激进的策略，而且因为是晚上，所以轮胎的策略也会显得尤为重要。那么在今天的正赛开始之前，先让我们回顾一下上一站的精彩集锦。
We had 3 different winners from 3 epic races last time out in Dubai. Let's look at how it unfolded. Last week in Dubai, there were 3 epic races that gave us a little bit more of an understanding as to how things are likely to play out in the championship fight for the Formula Regional Middle East Championship 2023. Both the title contenders, Andrea Kimi Antonelli and Taylor Barnard, were in fine form, but the plot thickened over the course of the 3 races, as neither driver was really able to step out and dominate over the course of the 3 races. A great start in race 1 from Josh Dufek, and then a magnificent charge through from Taylor Barnard as he managed to pass not just Antonelli, but teammate Dufek in one bold move. He took the lead in race 1. It looked like it was going to be plain sailing from there. Unfortunately, somebody hadn't read the same script as Taylor Barnard and pick up places. Antonelli managed to make his way through past everybody on the restart after a safety car period, and Antonelli drove away up front. Giovanni Mascio bringing the race through a safety car period, and Antonelli drove away up front. Giovanni Mascio bringing the race under a safety car finish, but Antonelli picking up the key 25 points for the victory, ahead of Taylor Barnard on 15 in race 1. Antonelli was all the way in the first of our 3 encounters in Dubai. An epic run from the Italian in race 1, his 3rd win of the season, and there's plenty more still to come. The next morning, race 2 began in earnest for Pepe Marti, the Spanish driver, who was able to run in front of his countryman Lorenzo Flusha. Antonelli and Barnard were left to pick away through the scraps, with Giovanni Mascio and Niels Kuhlen connecting on the first lap of the race. There were great battles even in between teammates, as Kirill Smal got himself in there with Lorenzo Flusha and Rafael Camara. But there was some great moves from Nikita Bedrin as he charged his way forward. There were some good battles from Taylor Barnard as he tried to pick up as many points as possible from a very tricky race, but he had no idea how good things were going to get. Towards the latter stages of the race, there would be a dramatic collision as Nikita Bedrin and Aidan Neat, dueling over 3rd position, would tangle. Neat would drop to P6 and Bedrin would drop out of the points. There was also contact between Kirill Smal and Rafael Camara, the Brazilian out of the race and the championship fight effectively. But Pepe Marti would come through for Pinnacle's first race victory and a fabulous win for the Spanish driver. But then came the challenge of the 3rd and final race, with the PHM trio taking command right from the outset. Bedrin, Dufek and Barnard banging in some big points. Mari Boyer got himself in the hunt with Aidan Neat, and there were some good challenges from several competitors in the field. Sebastian Montoya was trying to make progress in the struggling high-tech. The Colombian always came to put on a show. Then Sami Megatunov was left stranded in the middle of the road, Daniel Mavlyutov having nowhere to go but the barriers. And Antonelli and Dufek almost colliding, and that's enough for Taylor Barnard to pick up a 3rd place run. He got into 2nd place, and Nikita Bedrin checked out to the flag. Nikita Bedrin with the victory, his 1st in Formula Regional, and with 3 races to go, there's a title fight at stake. Andrea Kimi Antonelli leads Taylor Barnard by 34 points coming into this one, 73 ahead of Rafael Camara and 74 ahead of Lorenzo Flusha. There's an outside bet for the latter 2, but effectively it's Kimi versus Taylor for the title. In the Rookie Cup, Andrea Kimi Antonelli is not quite sealing it yet, with Taylor Barnard still mathematically in touch. But in the team standings, there can be no doubt Mumbai Falcons have got enough points on hand to be ahead of PHM with one race to go. And you join us under the floodlights here at the Yas Marina Circuit, the venue of so many incredible championship title deciders over the years. This one has a real flavour of excitement to it. Taylor Barnard will not give up. Andrea Kimi Antonelli will not back down. These two will battle away for the title here under the floodlights on the Yas Marina Circuit. What a beautiful setting for a title fight. Hello everybody, Jake Sanson here with...
Yes, it's me. And no, it's not cricket. But it's the same energy. It's not between the runs, but the laps. It's not between two teams, but many to come. It's not just between the players, but also their machines. Sweat, not in the jerseys, but in their gears. It's about the race this time. Show up to cheer for Amchi Mumbai.
You can stay a bit aggressive in the middle of the road. Either way, it's a big challenge for the driver.
Yes, it's me. And no, it's not cricket. But it's the same energy. It's not between the runs, but the laps. It's not between two teams, but many to come. It's not just between the players, but also their machines. Sweat, not in the jerseys, but in their gears. It's about the race this time. Show up to cheer for Amchi Mumbai. Yes, it's me. And no, it's not cricket. But it's the same energy. It's not between the runs, but the laps. It's not between two teams, but many to come. It's not just between the players, but also their machines. Sweat, not in the jerseys, but in their gears. It's about the race this time. Show up to cheer for Amchi Mumbai. Yes, it's me. And no, it's not cricket. But it's the same energy. It's not between the runs, but the laps.
With Andrea Kimi Antonelli, our pole sitter for race 1 out of 3.
Hey, Kimi, first night race of the season. Tell us how exciting are you?
Obviously, I'm really excited as always, and yeah, driving the night in this track is really good, and yeah, looking forward, and hopefully we can achieve a good result.
Have a good race. 那刚刚我问到 Kimi 呢，他因为这是我们本赛季的唯一一场夜战，他说到的他自己也非常的兴奋，希望能有一个非常好的结果。Back to you guys.
Short and sweet from Kimi tonight. He is clearly focused on the objective ahead. Thanks, Feline. Great to catch up with our Italian stallion on the front of the grid. Is this going to be the moment he becomes a man. He has worked his way forward, and he has been an incredible competitor in the world of karting in Europe. But now this is his opportunity to really step forward and show the world what he has been able to achieve. There are a few driver changes coming into this round, so we'll pick up on the fact that there are a couple of new faces. Ruben Tang and Nikola Tsolov are making their Formula Regional Middle East debuts for R&B Racing. And also Owen Tanjavelu has taken over the number 63 car for the Hyderabad Blackbirds by MP Motorsport team. We've heard from Kimi, now let's hear from Taylor Barnard on the front row of the grid.
Hey Taylor, just started from P2 and you're just behind Kimi. Are you thinking about the overall championship now?
Of course, I just take it race by race. The end results will end up in the championship, but I'm in a perfect position on the inside for turn 1, so we'll see what happens.
Have a good race. 那刚刚我问到呢，因为Kimi 和 Taylor Barnard 呢，他们两个人都是在争夺总冠军。他也提到呢，他就是每一场比赛都稳扎稳打，希望能比到好。而且他是从内线，那么也希望呢能在第一个弯道呢就能超车。Back to you guys.
Are you ready for the big show? We certainly are. It's going to be an epic run to the first corner. And on this circuit, after what has been a very interesting and intriguing 4 hours of Asian Le Mans, we're now ready for a very exciting battle in the Formula Regional Middle East Championship. It's the only night race of the season, and it is set to be potentially the race of the year. With a championship on the wire for Andrea Kimi Antonelli, if he outscores Taylor Barnard by 15 points, then he becomes champion. It is that simple. He has to get the job done today. To do that, he will have to win with Taylor Barnard finishing 4th or lower. That is what is at stake. But Taylor Barnard has definitely met his match in Andrea Kimi Antonelli in time qualifying. A 150.2 for Kimi Antonelli in qualifying, a 150.43 for Taylor Barnard. They are very evenly matched indeed, and both drivers are going to be giving it every single ounce of steam, strength and resolve they have. It's going to be a really exciting challenge for all of the contenders. And don't forget that this race is 28 minutes plus the additional bonus lap, and the winner of this race will have to start tomorrow's second race from 10th on the grid. The driver who finishes P10 will start from pole. It really is going to be an exciting battle for all of our contenders as they gear up for an exciting show. Mumbai Falcons versus PHM Racing has been the order of proceedings all the way through this 2023 campaign, and it's not going to change here tonight. Andrea Kimi Antonelli and Taylor Barnard occupying the front row of the starting grid. Behind them, it is Mari Boyer, who won race 3 of round 1 at Dubai. Rafael Camara lining up 4th position on the grid, the Brazilian. And then Sami Megatuniv and Nikita Bedrin will share the 3rd row of the grid. Nikita Bedrin will actually go on to pole position for race 3 after topping the timesheets for qualifying 2. Lorenzo Flusha and Nikhil Bora, Joshua Dufek and Aidan Neat will round out the top 10. For those who are keeping an eye on the new boys or the returnees, Owen Tanjavelu lines up 13th for his first race of 2023 in the Formula Regional Middle East Championship. Nikola Tsolov, the Bulgarian Lion, lines up 18th on the starting grid on row 9 alongside Brad Benavides. And Tang Robin lines up on the 12th row alongside Daniel Mavlyutov. So everybody gearing up ready for the start of the formation lap. And when those lights go green, they will go around the circuit here at Yas Marina to explore how dusty and how tricky this circuit is going to be. A night race always adds an air of thrill factor, and the air of expectancy for an exciting race cannot be underestimated here. This could have all the makings of the race of the season. Andrea Kimi Antonelli and Taylor Barnard, the title protagonists, on the front row. Mari Boyer alongside Rafael Camara, still with a mathematical chance to seal the title, but it could all end in race 1. Sami Megatuniv and Nikita Bedrin on the 3rd row. Lorenzo Flusha, P7, alongside the winner in Dubai race 2 round 1, Nikhil Bora. 9th on the grid is Joshua Dufek, alongside Aidan Neat, 2 drivers who have yet to win a race in 2023. Pepe Marti, the winner of race 2 at round 4, and Kirill Smal for Mumbai Falcons. Owen Tanjavelu brings in 13th position alongside Sebastian Montoya. Tim Tramnitz and Michael Shin will share the 8th row of the starting grid. Then it is Brad Benavides and the Bulgarian Lion himself, Nikola Tsolov for R&B. Then it's Han Shen Yu, his teammate, and Levi Revej lining up 20th for Hungary. So Zalapol into Vuvasak got a really poor qualifying run. He lines up beside his teammate, Niels Kuhlen. 23rd is Daniel Mavlyutov alongside Tang Gruabin. And then at the back of the grid, it is Giovanni Mascio alongside Martinius Stenshorn, who has to start from the back of the grid. So unfortunately, from round 4 at Dubai, there was a drop of 5 grid positions for Martinius Stenshorn, and then another grid drop. Giovanni Mascio also had to drop 3 grid positions, so he starts from the back row of the grid. Those two are the only major penalties to speak of, other than car 13, which has a drop of 1 grid position. That is Joshua Dufek, who lines up 9th instead of 8th, and the 24, Michael Shin, who lines up 16th instead of 15th. 28 minutes plus the bonus lap. That's what awaits us as we gear up for what could be a title decider. If Taylor Barnard manages to beat Andrea Kimi Antonelli to the first corner, all bets are off, and this title could go down to the wire. To win the title tonight, Andrea Kimi Antonelli has to win the race, with Taylor Barnard finishing 4th or lower. In fact, effectively, the best way for Andrea Kimi Antonelli to seal the title is to score 16 points more than Taylor Barnard in this one race. A fabulous battle awaits us. The youngest driver in the field is just 16 years of age in Formula Regional Middle East. What an exciting battle this promises to be. And so the drivers make their way to the starting grid. It all becomes incredibly nerve-wracking and very exciting as we get ourselves into the positions now. The winners so far: Dino Beganovic, Nikhil Bora, Mari Boya, Beganovic again, Taylor Barnard, Sami Megatuniv, a double for Antonelli, Barnard in the 3rd race of round 3 at Kuwait, then Antonelli, Marti and Bedrin, 3 different winners at Dubai. How is this going to play out? The final drivers make their way into position. And the first season of the Formula Regional Middle East Championship is set to conclude in fantastic style with these 3 races. The green flag flies at the back of the grid. It is time to go racing at Yas Marina for the first race of the weekend under the floodlights. Ready? Let's race! It's a good start from Taylor Barnard, not a good start at all for Antonelli. Barnard's going to beat it to turn 1, no problem at all. And Barnard hits the front. Antonelli's going to have to slot into 2nd place. A good start too from Boya and from Kamara. And they go side by side again as Barnard hangs on to the inside line. Antonelli trying to go the long way round, but Taylor Barnard has the better start. Kamara trying to go the long way round Marty Boya. Sami Megatuniv is still in the mix there as well in 5th position in front of one of the PHM cars. That looks like Bedrin, who drifts wide, as too does Megatuniv, and the field works its way through to the W Hotel. They swing their way through. Everybody keeping it out of trouble for the moment, but it's very dusty. They are flirting with disaster with that wall on the exit of the W Hotel complex. But out in front, it is Taylor Barnard, who leads from Andrea Kimi Antonelli. And a big lunge up the inside there from Pepe Marti, trying to make up a place on the first lap. Aidenik drifts out a little wide. That looks like Nicolas Solov going wheel to wheel with Owen Tanjavelu in the background. As they come up to the left-hander at the end of the F1 pit straight, Neat is still side by side with Pepe Marti, and they are still jockeying away for position. He goes through the left-right-left complex as they come up the top of the crest, and that's Montoya going wheel to wheel with Kirill Smal. They drop down the crest. And Montoya is still not conceding to Kirill Smal. Watch from behind you, boys. You've got Tim Tramnitz diving down the inside. And Tramnitz picks them both off. Brilliant move from the German as he manages to pick them both. And now they go down the back straight. Slipstream City here at Yas Marina. Coming up to the braking zone for the final chicane on the lap. And is Taylor Barnard going to be able to sustain the pressure from Andrea Kimi Antonelli? They're going to go 3 wide, Tramnitz, Smal and Montoya. And Neat is still trying to outdrag Pepe Marti as they come into the chicane. Oh, they bang wheels. Neat has spun around. Montoya and Tramnitz connected, but Neat has spun it in the chicane. Hayden Neat drops to the back of the field and they continue as Antonelli drops in behind Taylor Barnard. Megatuniv is now in 3rd position. It's Boya who goes around the outside of Rafael Kamara and slots into 4th position. So Megatuniv actually got a better start than Mari Boya. So Boya is in P4. And then it is Sami Megatuniv who has managed to work his way into third position. So as they continue to quest their way through, a fabulous challenge under the W Hotel. Trying desperately not to turn in too hard as they work their way through. It's a very greasy circuit after a sports car race, and certainly this late at night. But the challenge is on for these drivers to try and keep it all together. There's Nikhil Bora, the man who won in Dubai, race 2, round 1. But Barnard leads Antonelli. This is exactly what Taylor Barnard needed to keep his title hopes alive. And if it stays like this, the gap will come down from 34 points to 27. Taylor Barnard is doing everything he can to keep this title fight alive into Sunday. And what a great run from the British driver so far. A good start, surged ahead of the Italian. And now Megatuniv going strong. Now, apparently, car 57, contact involving number 57, that's Ada Neat, under investigation. I didn't quite see exactly what it was that pitched him around, so hopefully we'll get a replay of it, but if not, we'll just have to analyse that one a little bit later on, I guess. Megatuniv third. Then it is Boyer. Kamara trying to shake off Lucia. Now these two are actually battling for third position in the driver's standings. But if it stays like this, neither driver is going to... Oh! Who didn't make the corner? That's Josh Dufek. Josh Dufek. No, sorry, that's Bedrin. Bedrin overshot. Now Bedrin rejoins behind Kamara and Lucia, so he doesn't get... But he's probably... Lucia, teammates. Brazil versus Spain. Down to the braking zone as Lucia tries to go right round the outside of Rafael Kamara. A great charge back from Lorenzo Lucia. Has he got the space? He's going to have to go on the curb, and he rejoins. But Kamara has got him round the outside, and still he battles. Lucia will try again. Not going to happen this time. He has to wait. So Kamara versus Lucia, a very exciting battle. These two effectively now dueling for third position in the driver's title. An epic run between them as they continue. But Lorenzo Fluscia is going to be the leading driver in the championship of the contenders that have raced in Formula Regional over the last couple of seasons. The top 3 drivers in the standings are all rookies. What a run wide that was. That was Owen Tanjavelu getting it slightly wrong. Montoya trying to shake off Kirill Smal, with Tim Tramnitz having got past them all already. Battle's still getting pretty intense at this point of the race. Tim Tramnitz now disappearing. Montoya and Smal just trying to shake off Nikola Tsolov, but the Bulgarian Lion in his first Formula Regional Middle East race is really starting to step up the attack on Kirill Smal. He's coming from a long way back. Welcome to Formula Regional, Nikola Tsolov. He has a go, it doesn't work. But talk about bold and brave. He really is the Bulgarian Lion. Down the back straight. And now everybody knows what he's made of. Is he prepared to go for the big lunge? Yes, you bet your bottom dollar he is. And side by side, is that Barnard battling away with Antonelli? Antonelli going the long way round. And he whips the nose out in front. Antonelli versus Barnard. Barnard trying to hold it on the inside. And Antonelli can't get him for the moment. This is for the race and the championship between these two. Taylor Barnard and Andrea Kimi Antonelli dueling for the win at Yas Marina under the floodlights. And there's a yellow flag in front of them, so no overtaking for Antonelli. Somebody has gone off at the W Hotel. I'm not entirely sure who it is, but we're not under safety car, which is good news. We can keep this pure thoroughbred race battle going. Is that Boyer now in front of Megatuniv? I think it is. Boyer has actually set the fastest lap of the race here, a 1:51.3, and he's actually gaining on the 2 leaders up front, Antonelli and Barnard. There is debris on the track at the W Hotel, that's what we're being told. So that is why there's yellow flags down there. Barnard and Antonelli are giving us a proper show. Boyer in third now, in front of teammate Sami Megatuniv. Barnard dropping through. That long flowing right-hander at the crest. Well done, sir. Clears the debris away. We do not need to go to safety car. Good work. Have a proper race of it. Antonelli trying the Verstappen move. Not going to happen. Taylor Barnard was not born yesterday, but he knows how tough it's going to be from Kimi Antonelli. And Kimi Antonelli is in the slipstream. Here comes the opportunity for the Italian to pull away from Taylor Barnard rather than lose points to him. But Taylor Barnard is very much his match at the moment. Antonelli breaks late, tucks back in. He wants a good run down to the first corner. This is good from Kimi. Epic from Taylor. They go down the straight together again. Taylor Barnard and Andrea Kimi Antonelli dueling for the race and the title in the 2023 Formula Regional Middle East Championship. You couldn't have got a better showdown between two more feisty and motivated individuals. Taylor Barnard about to finish his Formula Regional journey before he goes to FIA Formula 3 later this year. Kimi Antonelli is just getting started with Formula Regional, but he's already in contention to win the title. He's going for it on the inside of Barnard. And further back, there's more drama as well, as Marty goes wheel to wheel with Dufek. Dufek gets through. Who took the lead between Barnard and Antonelli? Well, Barnard has been given a warning for track limits, and there's a 10-second penalty being added to Tim Tramnitz for adding race time for causing a collision. There is Aidan Neat in front of them, having recovered after his pit stop, but Barnard is still in front of Antonelli. No change yet. But Antonelli really is hustling Taylor Barnard. The fight for the championship is absolutely red hot. Through the left, through the right. Antonelli's got good rhythm. He's going to try an opportunity. Barnard knows he's going to be there. Is Antonelli going to try the move up the inside line? He's going to make a late lunge, and Antonelli's through. Antonelli takes the lead, but Barnard's going to have it back again. Fantastic between the two title contenders. Don't even think about it, says Taylor Barnard. Brilliant between the two of them. Boyer is catching both of them as well. You can't count out Mari Boyer for the win in this one. The two of them are so busy focusing on each other that Mari Boyer might just catch up. Oh, spin! Taylor Barnard's gone around! Taylor Barnard spins for the lead! Was there contact? Antonelli may have just pitched Taylor Barnard around. Either Barnard lost it on his own, or he was given a little bit of assistance. And if that's the case, then Antonelli may be looking at a penalty. Mari Boyer is all over the back of Antonelli now, challenging for the victory. But that could be the championship. Taylor Barnard is out of the points. Oh my goodness me. Let's have a look. Was there contact? Just the slightest nudge. Oh my goodness. Taylor Barnard spins out of the lead with the tiniest nudge of assistance, and the contact is under investigation. Who would have thought the title showdown would come to a collision in the penultimate day of the season? This is not over yet. If Antonelli is going to get a penalty for that, then it could be all square again heading into tomorrow. Oh my word. You could not have written that script. It would not have been believable. But sometimes these things have to happen. They have to play out in front of your own eyes. Nikita Bedrin is coming to the pits. Problems for him, I'm afraid. But where has Taylor Barnard rejoined? 22nd, way out of the points. No points likely for Taylor Barnard. But Kimi Antonelli is on the verge of ceding the title if it stays like this. Wow. All that pressure, all of that tension, all of that drama. It comes to a crescendo here at Yas Marina. And now Taylor Barnard, he's going to have to try and fight back. Meanwhile, this is Josh Dufek. Pepe Marti sliding up the inside last minute, and he's going to try and make the move. It's not going to happen. And behind him, we've got Nikhil Bora and Tim Tramnitz dueling for position. Well, as expected, YouTube's gone nuclear. Everyone has their own take on the incident, but it's definitely under investigation, that is for sure, as Pepe Marti goes the long way round on Josh Dufek. Josh Dufek trying to hold it. Marti still trying to get one over on him, round the far side. Dufek leaves just enough room for Marti to keep the move on. Marti's going to try and commit on the inside line. No, you don't, Josh Dufek holds on to it. And how about Bora and Tramnitz? They really are reeling in, these two. Epic racing tonight here at Yas Marina. They continue the charge. This is the battle for 6th position. A lot of points on offer here. 10th position at the moment is Sebastian Montoya. 10-second penalty for Kimi Antonelli. 10-second penalty for Antonelli. That is currently going to drop him to 9th. Only 2 points likely to be scored by Antonelli, the way things currently stand. 10-second penalty added to race time for Andrea Kimi Antonelli for causing a collision. He may not have meant to do it. It may have been just the slightest lapse in braking, but it's enough. It pitched Taylor Barnard around as far as the stewards are concerned. Up on the inside now comes Tim Tramnitz. He makes the bid on Pepe Marti and dives through. Lovely overtake. But Marti was ready for it on the exit. He goes slow in and fast out, so he's going to draw level as they go down the back straight. Andrea Kimi Antonelli is leading on the road, but he's got a 10-second penalty to add to his time. Now, in theory, if Antonelli can pull away to the tune of 10 seconds, he can still win the race and the title. But up the inside comes Tramnitz. He's going to go for it on Marti. He gets through. Marti slides. And Nikhil Bora might have a chance. They're going to go wheel to wheel now, Tramnitz and Marti. Josh Dufek says, bye. See you later, boys. And Tramnitz and Marti are side by side. Watch for Nikhil Bora. Watch for Bora. He's going to try and get both of them. Bora tries to go and split the middle. It's not going to happen. Bora just needs to be patient. Let these two squabble away. Tramnitz tucks in behind Pepe Marti. I said this had the makings of the race of the season. So far, not a single safety car and plenty of race battles galore. Tramnitz has to concede to Marti for the moment. Nikhil Bora right there with him. What drama. Andrea Kimi Antonelli is now technically in 5th position, because he's got that 10-second penalty. With the 10 seconds applied, he drops behind Boya, Megatuniv, Kamara and Flusha. There's going to be a lot of conversations about that one when he gets out of the car. He's going to say, I didn't mean to hit him. I just rolled off the brake a little bit too aggressively. And it was just the slightest of love taps, but it was enough to drop his main championship protagonist out of the points. What drama here at Yas Marina. As a result, Antonelli is going to keep going with a 10-second penalty, but currently he is behind on aggregate Boya, Megatuniv, Kamara and Flusha. 5th position is all he's looking at, but that's still 10 points compared to Barnard, who will score none. So there are going to be some quarters that will ask, did the punishment fit the crime? Antonelli, Boya, Megatuniv, Kamara, Flusha and Dufek. That's the top 6 at the moment. But Mari Boya has just set the fastest lap, and that's Marti getting back on terms with Tim Tramnitz in the final chicane. Down the main straight again. What can Tim Tramnitz do in the slipstream behind Pepe Marti? Up to the first turn. Marti being quite deliberate about placing the car to the middle of the road. Tramnitz can't go left or right. But he drifts out a little bit. Not enough for Tramnitz to find a gap. Progress on Taylor Barnard. He has moved up to 22nd as Marti drifts off the curb. Tramnitz is going to have better momentum, but can he throw it up the inside in the W Hotel? No, he can't. He has to wait. Tim Tramnitz now behind Pepe Marti. Owen Tangevelo got overtaken by Martinius Stenshorn, by the way, who has charged his way up into 14th position. A great comeback from the Norwegian. From dead last, he has now worked his way forward into 14th position. 2 retirements from this race so far, Aidan Neat and Nikita Bedrin, I'm afraid to say. In 10th position is currently Kirill Smal, but just behind him are Sebastian Montoya and Nicolas Solov. So if one of those two can get into 10th position, they will snatch pole position for race 2 tomorrow. And Mari Boya sets another fastest lap, a 1:51.3, to close down the gap to Antonelli to 1.2 seconds. But Antonelli cannot afford to lose any more time than he already has. What a dramatic night under the floodlights here at Yas Marina in Abu Dhabi. There is Solov. Solov's got past Montoya. Now that's crucial, because Solov is now just 1 place away from the points. And if he gets into 10th position, if he overtakes one more car, then Nicolas Solov will start his 2nd ever Formula Regional Middle East race tomorrow morning from the pole position. Marti and Tramnitz still dueling away. Tramnitz going the long way round. Beautiful from the German. Excellent move. Pepe Marti's going to have to try and come back at him. Nikhil Bora has a part to play in this race as well. He's going to get alongside Marti and in the slipstream of his teammate. What will Nikhil Bora do? He tries to go up the middle. Marty is there around the outside. There's not a lot of choices Bora has. He has to let Marty go. So Marty gets it around the outside. Track limits, first warning for Andrea Kimi Antonelli. He's pushing so hard to get away from Mari Boya. But he's not gaining time, he's losing it. So far it's still only going to be good enough for 5th position for Andrea Kimi Antonelli. But oh my goodness me, are there going to be words overnight. This championship showdown just keeps getting more intense. A bit of a run wide there from Pepe Marti. Nikhil Bora now trying to face his opportunity to get through. But Tim Tramnitz has now dropped them. 10 minutes to go. So a fascinating race battle as Kirill Smal has now gone onto the back of Nikhil Bora. And he's the man currently in 10th position. So Nikola Tsolov behind them, the Bulgarian Lion, is trying to work his way forward to join this trio. Track limits for car 8, second warning, that's Rafael Camara. 3 warnings, and I'm fairly sure you get a penalty. So Pepe Marti trying to shake off the attentions of Nikhil Bora and Kirill Smal. Here's Andrea Kimi Antonelli. He leads on the road, but he's got a 10-second penalty. So he will drop at the maximum to 5th position at the moment. What a dramatic race tonight has proved to be, and it's still not over yet. There are 9 minutes plus the additional lap to go. But Mari Boya is staying within a second of Antonelli. He doesn't even need to pass him. He doesn't even need to get near to him. He just has to stay in his slipstream, essentially. And he can look after the tyres, he can look after the brakes, and it will be Mari Boya's 2nd win of the season. This is the man who is effectively leading this race. As Andrea Kimi Antonelli needs to pull away to the tune of 10 seconds. If he can do it, he can become champion tonight. But it's very clear that he doesn't quite have the straight line speed over Mari Boya in order to make that happen. But what he is going to gain is a further 10 points if it stays like this. And that's going to bring Taylor Barnard's championship title very much out of reach. 50 points would be available with only 44 left to score. Look at Sebastian Montoya. He's having a great night. Montoya getting himself in the mix. Oh no, that's Montoya dropping back. I do apologise. I thought he had got himself back up amongst the drivers in front. But in fact, Montoya is slipping back. Solov's gone through, Shin's gone through, Stenchon's gone through, and now Tanja Belu is trying to get past Sebastian Montoya. What a ridiculously tough season it has been for Sebastian Montoya and the high-tech crew. Antonelli still in front of Mari Boya to the tune of 1 second, but he's got a 10-second penalty, so he is not going to win this race unless something ridiculously dramatic happens. But it already has. It has been judged that he has caused the collision with his main title rival, Taylor Barnard, who is still fighting. Taylor Barnard is now up to 18th place. He's doing everything he possibly can to try and get back into the points, to at least salvage something from this race. And Andrea Kimi Antonelli leads Mari Boya over the line. Boya has got the gap down to 0.8 of a second. Now he is starting to flirt with the slipstream. Boya would dearly love to win a second race this season, but if he could do it by overtaking Antonelli rather than just having to inherit the victory, that really would be satisfying for the Spaniard. Here he is, and it's looking to be a Hyderabad Blackbirds MP1-2. That would definitely salvage some pride for the squad after all of that potential and promise ended up being washed away at Kuwait Motor Town. They were the one-lap gods of Kuwait. It never really transpired into anything other than the sole victory for Sami Megatuniv out of the 6 races. And now here comes the chance, diving up the inside of Michael Shin, and that's going to end in a little love tap, which indeed it does. Martinius Stenchon tries to get through. Michael Shin, absolutely determined. Is that all you've got? Come on, have another go. You're going to need an absolute whirlwind to get past me tonight, says Michael Shin. And now Martinius Stenchon tries again. That's how you should have done it. Textbook overtake. Nicely done. But Michael Shin wants more. So Stenchon trying to shake off Michael Shin as they come up to the left-hander. Turns in. And still the battle rages. Martinius Stenchon, the Norwegian, has come from the back of the grid now to 12th. A great recovery. Incident involving cars 68 and 57 under investigation by the stewards. That is Aidan Neate and Niels Coulinan on lap 3. Now, what happened there between Coulinan and Neate? We didn't see it, but certainly there's an incident under investigation between Niels Coulinan and Aidan Neate, who is now out of the race, by the way, unfortunately, as too is Nikita Bedrin. 5.5 minutes to go, plus the additional lap. If you've only just joined us, where on earth have you been? Andrea Kimi Antonelli leads the way, but he has a 10-second penalty for pitching his main championship rival, Taylor Barnard, into a spin at the final chicane. And it could cost Taylor Barnard the championship title. Even with Antonelli's penalty, he is likely to score a 5th place finish, and that will be worth 10 points. You can bet that the recriminations and the arguments are going to start in earnest tonight. I really feel for the stewards, it's going to be a long one for them. Antonelli still pushing to try and get away, and Martini Stenson coming back at Michael Shin. Shin has stormed his way back past the Norwegian. And Michael Shin is not going to let a little bit of contact deter him. He cuts right across the nose of Martini Stenson, holds the position. Nicely handled by Michael Shin. When you consider that the Korean's level of racing experience at any form of motorsport is so much less than a lot of the drivers around him, this is a bit of a giant killing effort from Michael Shin. He's a very likeable young man, the Korean.
Coming back at Michael Shin. Shin has stormed his way back past the Norwegian. Michael Shin is not going to let a little bit of contact deter him.
And Antonelli will drop to 5th position. But there is still so much more to do. There are 2 races to come tomorrow, and Taylor Barnard is going to feel that he's been cheated out of a fight for the title. Antonelli is going to feel there wasn't much he could do, and he will apologise. He's a very sporting young man. The penalty may well be warranted. And Antonelli is going to feel the remorse of that. He is not a dirty driver. So Antonelli is just going to have to roll with the punches. But it could be a bit of a sleepless night that Antonelli has this evening ahead of tomorrow. That's one of the PHMs getting out of the way. Who is that in trouble? That looks like one of the PHMs getting out of the way. That's Taylor Barnard trying to work his way forward with Taz and Vuvuzak, I do believe. Montoya and Tangevelu are having a great little duel. That is for 14th. But Owen Tangevelu working his magic. And look, in the background, there is Taylor Barnard behind Levi Ravesh. So Taylor Barnard has not given up. That is a valiant stance from Taylor Barnard. Just because he's been pitched out of the points, that does not mean you throw your toys out of the pram, throw a tantrum and walk away. You fight, you fight, you fight. You do not let it slip. And you keep pushing because you just don't know what's going to happen next. Hero's effort from Taylor Barnard, still working it strong in behind Levi Ravesh. If he comes up with a 10th place finish in the last 2.5 minutes plus the additional lap, that would be enough for Barnard to start pole position and Antonelli to start several places back. It could transform the championship. So never ever give up. The championship cannot be won tonight, that is for sure. If Antonelli could keep his victory, then it would be, but he's got a penalty. Andrea Kimi Antonelli still 1.4 ahead of Boyer with less than 2 minutes to go plus the additional lap. So by my math, I think there's going to be about 3 laps remaining, including this one. My goodness me. Of all the scenarios that could have played out here, a Hollywood writer would have his script chucked in the trash for suggesting that the 2 title protagonists would collide. But that's exactly what's happened. Antonelli, Boyer, Megatunin, Kamara, Plusha and Dufek. Then Tramnitz, Marti, Bora and Smal. That's your top 10. But Antonelli will drop to P5 if it stays like this. Check out the battles as Taylor Barnard works his way past Ravesh and in for Vuvuzak. 16th position for the Brit. That's another 2 places made up. He's got a minute to go, and up in front of him, he's got Montoya and Tangevelu really going at each other, hammer and tongs. He just needs to stay hungry. He might pick up another couple of places. And they're definitely drifting into each other a little bit here, Montoya and Tangevelu. Owen Tangevelu, the Frenchman, really hustling Sebastian Montoya. If Barnard could at least pick up another couple of places, that would at least be something. That is Giovanni Mascio. Mascio is out of the car. Safety car! Safety car! Oh my goodness! Now you know what that means, folks. Antonelli's got a 10-second penalty, and this race is going to finish on a safety car now. So Antonelli is going to fall out of the points, almost certainly. The championship will roll on to tomorrow. The leader has been told to slow down in turn 6. That is where Giovanni Mascio's car is. But the safety car is going to pick them up. And Giovanni Mascio may owe Taylor Barnard a quiet drink this evening, because by dropping out of the race in a dangerous position, he has triggered the safety car, which we will finish under, and Antonelli's 10-second penalty will drop him a lot further than 5th place. Just when you think this championship is done, just when you think it's all going one man's way, my goodness me, we ain't done yet, folks. Tomorrow's 2 races are going to be must-see motorsport. This is going to be such an incredible sleepless night for both the title contenders. One with rage, one with panic. Is it all falling apart at the seams? Is it going to go down to the 3rd and final race of the weekend? Anything could happen. And Antonelli is going to fall potentially out of the top 10. And if that happens, who's going to be promoted to 10th place? Nikola Tsolov. The Bulgarian Lion might just be about to start his 2nd ever race in Formula Regional Middle East from pole position. It all depends on how much time, 10 seconds, he's going to add to Antonelli's finishing position. I guess it's going to be a lot. Mari Boya is going to be the race winner here. Sami Megatunev will be 2nd, Kamara will be 3rd, Flusha will be 4th. Almost certainly now Dufek is going to be 5th. Tramnitz 6th, Marti 7th, Bora 8th, Smal 9th. Nikola Tsolov could well be 10th. If that's the case, he will start pole position tomorrow, and neither Barnard nor Antonelli will score points tonight. Oh my goodness. I've got goosebumps, folks. Tomorrow is going to be biblically good. But not for Taylor Barnard and Andrea Kimi Antonelli. The fight is just going to be intense from outside the top 10. And if neither of them scores points in race 2, Antonelli wins the championship anyway. It's time for Taylor Barnard to do his gung-ho charge through the field tomorrow in race 2 to keep his championship hopes alive. But Antonelli will need to do the same. What an unbelievable situation. The safety car is going to bring them down the back straight and to the finish line. And we are going to see and witness drama like never before seen in a Formula Regional race in the Middle East. My goodness, goodness me. So the contenders are making their way down the final back straight into the chicane, and we will see how much time a 10-second penalty will add to Antonelli's tally. Is it going to be enough to drop him out of the points? It's probably quite likely. But Andrea Kimi Antonelli is going to come through out of the final turn in the chicane and bring it home. The safety car is going to control it for him. So he's not going to be allowed a sprint, but he's going to try and extend the gap as much as possible. The checkered flag comes out. Boya takes the win from Megatunev, Kamara and Flusha. And Antonelli is going to drop all the way to 16th behind Taylor Barnard. You could not have written that. What a dramatic end to race 1 of the Formula Regional Middle East Championship finale in 2023 here at Yas Marina. You could not have scripted that any more controversially. Antonelli will lose his victory based on the fact he has a 10-second penalty. And look, he has absolutely no interest in cruising in. He just wants to come in, get out of the car and go back to the hotel and think about what just happened. He has no interest in soaking up anything. He won't speak to anyone. He'll get out of the car, and his head will be in his boots tonight. Antonelli will be so enraged at himself. The slightest love tap, and it's cost him the title tonight. He could still win it tomorrow, but right now, that's all he can think about. So Andrea Kimi Antonelli will not take the victory tonight thanks to the 10-second penalty that has gone his way. And unfortunately, once that time is applied, he will drop all the way to 16th place behind Taylor Barnard. That'll be a slight bit of justice as far as Taylor Barnard is concerned, but he'll score no points, and nor will Antonelli. Wow. Just wow. What a dramatic night. Andrea Kimi Antonelli will get into the pits. He'll go straight to Parc Fermé, and we won't see him again tonight, I'm sure. I really hope he doesn't beat up on himself for this. It wasn't intentional, it wasn't deliberate, it was the slightest love tap. But it was enough. And unfortunately for Andrea Kimi Antonelli, he knows perfectly well, I'm not the winner. I'm not even in the points. Mari Boya, however, is going to take his second win of the season ahead of Sami Megatunid and Rafael Camara. So there is the Spanish talent, Mari Boya. He had yet to win a Formula Regional race before this campaign. Now, he's won 2. And that's what it means to him. Mari Boya has waited a long time for a Formula Regional race win. And this season in the Middle East, 2 have come along at once. 1 in Dubai and 1 at Yas Marina. Epic, epic job. So, in actuality, it is going to be Mari Boya that takes the...
With Tim Tramnitz having got past them all already.
Congratulations, and it's very dramatic for this race. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super happy about the race. In qualifying, I think I could have made a little bit better job, but the car, since the beginning, has been working really good. We have done a 1 and 2 for the team. I think they did an amazing job and they deserve it. And yeah, now focus on tomorrow, still 2 races, but yeah, I'm super happy about this win.
Congratulations. Yeah. 刚刚我问到波亚呢，他是提到他觉得他跟他的队友分别通过第1和第2的成绩呢，他也非常的开心，而且他车的状况也非常的好。那现在呢，他要做的就是专注于明天的2场比赛了。Back to you guys.
I need to make a correction after that race because Tim Tramnitz also picked up a penalty. So that means that the pole position actually goes to Michael Shin, the Korean. Nikola Tsolov is going to be second on the grid though. So a very strong race for the Bulgarian Lion. But Michael Shin is going to be in pole position for race 2 tomorrow, with Barnard and Antonelli sharing the 8th row of the grid. My goodness me, it's going to be a thriller tomorrow, isn't it? Of all of the races where we could have had the drama and intrigue, it had to come at the season finale. Race 1, Barnard gets the best start, and Antonelli slots in behind him, and the battle royale begins in earnest. There are great challenges all the way through the field, and some great racing, and amazing to see how everybody battled tooth and nail on the Yas Marina Circuit under the floodlights. There were some moments, there were some errors, but none bigger than the one that could change the face of this title. Contact from Tramnitz on the back of Neat. That's where he picked up his penalty. But here's where Antonelli picked up his. He nudges his championship rival into a spin, and Antonelli throws away the win in the process. There was great battles further back as Pepe Marti duelled away with Josh Dufek. But then the two race GP drivers, Nikhil Bora and Tim Tramnitz, did their best to get themselves into the mix. Michael Shin, however, duelled with Martinius Stenshorn, and by staying in front of him, Michael Shin came home 12th on the road, 10th in the final reckoning, and gets pole for race 2. Giovanni Maschio's retirement threw out the safety car, and as a result, Andrea Kimi Antonelli loses everything. 16th is where he is classified, behind Taylor Barnard, and Boya and Megatunov can party in Yas Marina, Blackbird style. Antonelli will go away tonight, bitterly, bitterly disappointed, but Boya, Megatunov and Kamara can celebrate. So Mari Boya and Sami Megatunov are going to be the ones who will celebrate tonight. It's going to be a very jolly time at the Hyderabad Blackbirds by MP Motorsport squad, as Mari Boya will take his 2nd win of the season. Sami Megatunov in 2nd, Kamara in 3rd from Flusha and Dufek. Pepe Marti will be promoted to 6th place, Nikhil Bora to 7th, Kirill Smal to 8th, Nikola Tsolov to 9th, and Michael Shin to 10th. So Michael Shin will be pole position for tomorrow's 2nd race. What drama and action under the lights here at Yas Marina. It has been an absolutely fantastic race. And now Andrea Kimi Antonelli and Taylor Barnard will have to lick their wounds, get themselves prepared, ready for another thrilling pair of races tomorrow. But both drivers will start outside the points. If neither driver scores points in race 2 tomorrow, Antonelli is champion anyway. But what a dramatic way for this all to go down. Taylor Barnard has got to dig deep and deliver in race 2 tomorrow. He's got to charge through. He's got to bag as many points as possible and hope that Antonelli can't do the same. But this championship could go right down to the last race of the season. It has every chance. But for the Hyderabad Blackbirds by MP Motorsport crew, it is Mari Boya and Sami Megatunov that will get to celebrate on the podium. And for once, the rookie winner is not Andrea Kimi Antonelli or Taylor Barnard. It's Rafael Kamara, the Brazilian, who is now just a handful of points ahead of Lorenzo Flusha in their battle for 3rd in the championship. Both drivers are now out of the championship race themselves. They had a vague outside chance coming into this one, 73 and 74 points back. But with that rookie win and 3rd position, Rafael Kamara is now favourite for 3rd in the Drivers' Championship. Sami Megatunov in 2nd place for Hyderabad Blackbirds by MP. And a very deserving result it is for him too. But the race winner, the Spanish superstar, Mari Boya. A fabulous performance, a terrific result, and a very deserving victory for Mari Boya. His 2nd of the campaign, and his 1st since race 3 in Dubai back in January. A great performance from our 3 competitors on the podium, but all anybody's going to be talking about tonight is Barnard versus Antonelli. Neither driver scoring points, neither man is going to be in the mood to talk to anyone tonight. And as we go into race 2 tomorrow, We're set for an absolute thriller as both drivers desperately try to get back into the top 10 to salvage something. But the front row of the grid are two men that have not even scored a podium this year. Michael Shin and Nikola Tsolov. That race is going to be must-see here at Yas Marina. So Mari Boya, Sami Megatunif and Rafael Kamara can celebrate in style here at Yas Marina after what has been a truly exceptional night race. The race of the season for me, and an absolute thrilling battle continues in the title fight. So as the boys get busy with the fizzy, Barnard versus Antonelli is still not resolved. If anything, it just went nuclear. From Feline Wang in the pit lane, from myself, Jake Sanson, in the commentary box, and from all of us here, for you watching, make sure you cancel your plans for tomorrow. The title fight isn't over yet. Tenth position at the moment is Sebastian Montoya. 10-second penalty for Kimi Antonelli. 10-second penalty to add to his time. Now, in theory, if Antonelli...
It's not between two teams, but many to come. It's not just between the players, but also their machines. Sweat, not in the jerseys, but in their gears. It's about the race this time. Show up to cheer for Amchi Mumbai. Yes, it's me, and no, it's not cricket. But it's the same energy. It's not between the runs, but the laps. It's not between two teams, but many to come. It's not just between the players, but also their machines. Sweat, not in the jerseys, but in their gears. It's about the race this time. Show up to cheer for Amchi Mumbai. Yes, it's me, and no, it's not cricket. But it's the same energy. It's not between the runs, but the laps.